in the air.
Yeah, I just got kicked.
Das Oberkommando der deutschen Wehrmacht ist bekannt.
Jeder hat uns auf dem größten Raum von der Grenze gestellt. Wir geflogen, dass jeder mal im Streifen eine Pflicht.
The space money falls 400 or 500 feet into the sky, and it's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke and the flames now, and the flame is crashing to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast, but all the humanity and all the passengers screaming around.
For Field Marshal Goering and Grand Admiral von Raeder, raised on that now.
Bettreiber Sieg, Heil! Sieg, Heil! Sieg, Heil!
Der deutschen Wehrmacht ist bekannt. Die große Schlacht in Belgisch und Französisch Flandern geht mit der Vernichtung der dort im Kampf gestandenen englischen und französischen Armeen ihrem Ende entgegen.
The German High Command announces the battle is coming to an end and the British and French armies are being destroyed. The British army is deserting its weapons and is retreating to the sea.
Sein gesamtes unübersehbares Kriegsmaterial zurücklassend, flüchtet es zum Meer.
You're dialed into TSN's 1944 RTCW coverage from the Cow Inlets.
Prepare to fight.
Welcome back. It is the official recording. We are excited. It is the Doctors versus Abuse. We are in the game. And things going very quickly here tonight, Justice. The match is going to begin in 3 seconds. Damn.
Fight.
Game is already underway. We can waste no time here tonight. Here's the deal for you. It is the game you've been waiting for. Grab your friends. www.tsncentral.com. We've got Abuse on the incoming Axis team. It is NP Assault, the Doctors on the Allied team. Give us a rundown on the rosters, Justice. All you.
Alright, for the Abuse team we have Cujo, Lantern, Qancer, Method, Citizen, and Rimshot. And for the DR team, Scheme, George, Wise Guy, Anomaly, whoa, Lord Warwitch just got kicked out to first-person mode. Back to you, bud.
Oh, first-person mode. We can't let that slow us down here tonight.
Dynamite, landing.
Alright, Gusto, George, Scheme, Wom, Wise Guy, and Anomaly. Incoming DR team into the Allied garage, Warwitch. Falling back on defense, it looks like, as Abuse is quickly pursuing them, passing the half-track on the tarmac, buddy. Looks like a big firefight is breaking loose. I'm going to pass the action back to you.
Well, buddy, give it a shot right here. Here's the deal. Type Team Spectate in your console. That should fix the problem for you. We're going to find out right here. Ladies and gentlemen, these two teams like to do this to us. They'll wait forever to start, and then they just start abruptly, giving us no chance. I mean, it happens every time with the Doctors. They just mean business, and that's what it's all about here tonight. Here's the storyline for you. Sorry for the late start. Abuse incoming Axis 6-on-6 thus with the Allies, the Doctors team right here. We've got the lineup, we've got the action. Incoming Axis already with the breach underground. This is the game we've been waiting for. Axis Abuse team, breach the warehouse door. It is round one, it is set one, it is RTCW TSN, brought to you by myself, Air Warwitch, Justice P, and Speakeasy.net, Speakeasy DSL. Justice, what are we looking at right here? We got some Allied Doctors all around the tower. Dr. Scheme, a lieutenant, backed up by the best of the best. Little medic action by Dr. Wise Guy, firing down across the tarmac. Wise Guy taking down Cujo, and Rimshot blown away by Dr. George and his Thompson. Nice long-range fire going down. What are we seeing from Abuse at this time?
You know, it's hard for me to tell. It looks like Abuse did go underground and got that door blown. So far, I've only seen them attacking in 2s and 3s as I'm following Cujo, the lone lieutenant, attacking via the tarmac, which should lead me to believe that the Abuse team is a staging attack underground right now. I'm going to swing underneath here, and I'll let you know as soon as I see anything, buddy. Back to you.
Well, let's give a rundown on the Doctor's Allied defense. Dr. Wise Guy near the spiral. He's a medic backed up on the mountain just to his right-hand side. To Dr. George, a lieutenant. Now across the back hilltops themselves, also known as the Hillocks. Dr. Gusto by the entire Doctor team, about 4 members right here by the garage ladder, looking down. Dr. Anomaly, a medic looking down to the garage ladder itself, leading down to the basement. Dr. Gusto, a medic as well. A very heavy medic affiliation here for the Doctors. Dr. Wom is a sniper across the tarmac. Opens fire, does not find a target as the incoming abuse across the tarmac. Leap aside, do not take the snipe here tonight. Now, I'm not seeing much from incoming abuse, though. Cujo laying down nice support fire right there in the game of the century here tonight. Taking down Anomaly and Dr. George. Dr. Scheme taken out by Rimshot. Wise Guy going down to Cujo. Rimshot taking down George. And, man, we got a nice rush right here from incoming abuse. They are in charge of the comm tower, buddy. What's going down?
No doubt. Oh, man, it's all abuse now, Warwitch. The plant is going down. The entire Axis team is surrounding the tower. Game is going to be over. There's no way now. That was just an outstanding rush. Double plant at the communication tower. 6:14 left on the clock. No allies in sight. They haven't even spawned yet. Abuse is definitely going to take this one here. Just a stunning attack at Warwitch. Anomaly, George, Scheme, Anomaly, Wise Guy, George. They just all fell, and it was just Cujo over and over again, backed up by Rimshot and qancer, just getting the job done up on the tower there. It was just an impressive rush. 4 minutes and 3 seconds set on the clock, Warwitch. Let me go through the stats. Looks like the abuse team dominating the stats, but not by much. Not that many rounds. People were killed in total. Only about 30 deaths the entire match here, my friends. Looks like the abuse team went 56% efficiency, so they got 17 kills, 13 deaths as a whole, spearheaded by qancer, who went 6-1. So a little bit early to say, but right now, abuse definitely taking the momentum in their favor, bud. Back to you.
Well, once again, Justice, let's remember to give the match times as much as possible for the listeners. That first round, set 1, we got caught with our pants down, but we bring the coverage for you. Abuse makes the plan at 4:03 on the clock here tonight. Both teams are gearing up. Dr. Scheme is not ready. We're waiting on 5 players here tonight, and boy, we got a great game plan for you. Abuse very quickly out of the gate. Justice, I think we've got time. Very quickly, if I boogie, let me get the sounder ready. This is boy, I'm just shambling very quickly. Why don't you and I do it right here, right now? Game is about to start. We'll try to fit it in here in a moment. After this round, perhaps, we'll do the keys to the game and talk about what it's going to take for both teams to take it home. 1 second. Game is underway. Justice, I'm going to pass it to you.
All right, well, starting out here, looks like the abuse team is going to send 4 guys to the forward deployment area, while Lantern and Citizen, both lieutenants, are dropping the airstrikes from up above the spawn ladder, now moving across the tarmac, trying to catch up. Lots of smoke flying right over the center of the forward deployment area. Wise Guy and Scheme and George all go down, courtesy of Citizen and Rimshot.
Wow!
Which it looks like just carnage all over. All DR is dead. The entire team's down, buddy. Back to you.
While Abuse there, self-destruct, killing themselves in the armor class right there, going down so they can respawn as a new armor class here tonight. Abuse going forward as the Allied defense, getting it done probably as a full Leutman tag team in their armor class action, and then... Whoa! Nice long-range panzer pals from Cujo, getting it done right there. Anyway, Abuse right there, respawning in a brand new armor class. That's what I'm calling it tonight. I'm sticking with it, and likely going for an all-Leutman attack out there, then respawning. I'm getting stuck in first-person mode again. I gotta go back to Team Spectate, so I'm gonna hand it to you.
Back, and it looks like the abuse team has decided to switch into their Phase 2 defense, setting up the D around the tower. Just following... Oh, we have a pause. Trying to figure out what's going on. Looks like the DR team dropped one. No, Warwitch, you joined the Allied team, Warwitch. That's not fair. That's totally inappropriate. I'm so disappointed in you right now. What are you doing, for God's sakes, man?
Trying to sabotage the Allies.
Trying to sabotage or trying to help them out?
No.
I guess it would be sabotage, wouldn't it?
That'll be a round of applause for me. This happened to Boomerang.
I think DR's a little pissed off.
That's okay. They'll get over it. They got Wonder Dog. He'll smooth things over for me. 2:37 on the clock here tonight. Doctor's incoming Axis team here. A little 6-on-6 action as we cover the action. Hopefully I'm not going to get stuck back in the first-person mode. And here's the deal. I'm a little bit shaken, but we got Qancer support fire laying down the hurt right there. Dr. Gusto and Anomaly going down. Now the Axis captured the gate area. Incoming Axis team again. The Doctors, the best of the best going at it here on the Cal Invites tonight. 2:16 is on the clock. If you're syncing your demos or whatever you're doing, that's what's going down for you right now with Wolf TV, GTV. Check them out on the ETG IRC network. Citizen with a sniper rifle laying down Dr. George. Very nice abuse, defense abuse, very strong out of the gate here initially. Justice, things are looking good as Citizen takes down Dr. George another time, and I'm going to pass the action. Back to you.
Alright, we have a couple of DR now inside the Allied Garage, which looks like they're waiting for their team as I'm stuck in, once again, stuck in first-person mode, but getting back. The entire Axis team seems to be grouping underneath the garage, underneath the towers there. That's exactly what Abuse did when they landed their successful attack. So, DR, as I'm doing to me again, buddy. DR is getting ready to attack here, laying down the fire. Here they come up the spiral, but I'm going to hand it over to you, Warwitch.
Well, we're going to have to do our best. It is some kind of server set. I don't know what it is. I've never researched it, why we get stuck in first-person mode, but these guys don't want to hear that. And we're not liking it, so Justice typed it in. I don't know what's going down, but here's the deal. Doctor's incoming right now around the communication tower. Doctor's in charge. Dr. Anomaly Engineer now up the ladder. 102 is on the clock here tonight. Incoming. We got a plan. We got the green light brought to you by Dr. George. Engineer leaning over. He's got it backed up now by the next Doctor. It is Anomaly double Doctor action. 51 seconds on the clock. There is the double plan right here. The Doctors are responding very quickly. Nice support fire right there from Dr. Juan laying down the incoming abuse team, who are now shambling to try to get an engineer up there in 39 seconds, but I don't think it's going to happen. Justice, the countdown is on tonight, and I pass it back to you.
Yeah, that was just an overpowering rush. It looked like the abuse team was not all in position around the tower as DR attacked and just pounded up the spiral. The entire team went up the spiral. I think a couple of abuse guys were watching that ladder waiting for that to happen, but it never did. And DR was able to get them by surprise a little bit. Looking at the stats, Abuse once again with the frag dominance led by Qancer. 11 kills and 4 deaths for Qancer from Abuse. Overall, with the 58% efficiency, 38 kills, 27 deaths as a team. DR side looks like they were spearheaded by Wise Guys. 7 kills, 3 deaths. Doing a good job there. Just a matter of timing, really. Looks like just the DR team pounded that spiral, got up there real fast, and Abuse just couldn't do anything. It was, by the time they tried to adjust, it was over. So, good games to both teams. That was definitely an exciting round, and got a lot more to come, as I don't think we're going to have any kind of ties here tonight, but...
Having a hard time with this yet again. You know, I'm going to growl. Justice. Don't want to be in first-person mode. I do not want to be in first-person mode here tonight.
It's okay.
Well,
Mama Justice is here, child. Mama Justice is here.
I'm in first-person mode. Sound the alarm. On the biggest game of the
Alright, well.
All you, buddy. Take it away, guys. Storyline.
Game of the century. We're stuck in first-person mode here. Incoming Abuse. They are on defense. They are the Allied team. They are trying to stop the Doctors from running into that forward deployment area. Smoke is being laid down. Looks like a misfire by someone on the Abuse team as they've successfully painted their side of the... We're hopefully not going to take too many casualties by the TK. Looks like a team taken out by Lanterns, artillery support. Other than that, awfully quiet. Here, the entire Abuse team suicides to get back into position after the initial rush. Not going to try going for that forward deployment flag. They know better than that. It's too risky at this kind of game. If they lose that battle, the Doctors have a quick sprint over to the tower before the Abuse team can respawn. So smart thing, playing conservative. They just kill themselves, getting set up around that flag. Around that tower. So back to you, bud.
Alright, man, here's the rundown for you. Incoming Doctors Axis team right here. Doctors now up 1-0, beating the time of Abuse at 4-3 with their time of 3:39. Time on the clock here tonight, 8:49. syncing with Wolf TV. I'm stuck in first-person mode, so we're just going to shoutcast as we see it right here. A little bit hard to cover the action, but bear with us here tonight. Dr. Gusto is down. We got a lock on abuse, qancer right now in the Allied garage, backed up by Method, a lieutenant rather, incoming. They're going to take the ladder, it looks like, up to the backhand side, the garage ladder. Here they go right now. qancer now up, leading the charge. A little abuse defense right there now in position all around the tower itself. We get a lock on Dr. Anomaly, incoming now. Dr. Wise Guy backing him up as a medic. Dr. Anomaly now MP40 in hand, moving just to the left-hand side of the bomber, now down inside the secondary entrance, down to the tunnels themselves. He's going to make his way down there, dropping down one ladder, then the other. Definitely on a mission of some kind. Moving towards the door. He's an engineer. He's got the timer, and he's going to make the plant. Dr. Anomaly with the plant, unmolested with 8 minutes on the clock here. Moving off to the next member. Citizen, we've got a lock on him. He's a sniping action going on right here on the rampart by the Allied spawn zone. He's looking through the, I don't know, what's it called, Justice? Shoot.
Scope?
The scope. Looking through the scope does not find his target. And 7:43 on the clock. All you.
Alright, well, we have DR now inside of the garage. As soon as you pass it to me, I get into spectator. Every time. Looks like the DR team is now grouped inside the garage. I counted about 4 or 5, trying to get back there as fast as I can. Oh, a big panzer fought by Cujo. He's anticipating that group in the garage. Unfortunately for him, the DR medics quick on the job, making revivals. Looks like George, here they come, Warwitch, here they come. Coming up the spiral is the DR team, getting mown down. qancer and Lantern taking him out, but DR Anomaly with the big 2-kill there. Rimshot and qancer falling to his MP40, buddy. I'm going to pass the action over to you.
Good luck on Dr. Gusto, medic incoming, trying to make the revival right there of his compatriarch around the tower, but he is taken down, or revived right there by another medic for the abuse team, or rather, I get confused because I'm in first-person mode and I can't see anything. Revived by, screw it. Dr. Gusto got a lock on him right now, and we got a plan. I can't see it, so I'm going to pass it to you.
All right. I'll take it away. Looks like we're going to have a double plan on the communications tower. 6 minutes, 37 seconds left on the clock. Looks like the DR team is definitely going to get this one. If see any kind of allied incoming. The couple of snipers, qancer and Citizen, trying to snipe the base of the tower, trying to cover an engineer, trying to sneak up there. Didn't happen. We have a couple of these guys around the base of the tower. Neither of them are engineers, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get the job done. So, with that being said, the DR team blows the tower with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left on the clock, or in 38 minutes and 48 seconds. So that's the time to beat, Warwitch. Looking at the stats, DR... Yeah.
Doctors very fast plan times. Initially, they're beating the clock with 3:39. Now, just a little bit slower out of the gate with a 3:48. But right around that upper 3-minute range, lower 4-minute section, these guys really very quickly making their way across the tarmac and assaulting the abuse team like just a tank across the Europe. It is a painful thing to see. And we're getting tossed in the first-person mode yet again. It's very hard to cast. Hopefully Cal Vernon can deal with that situation right now here. I've got to talk to the OSP guys and find out exactly what needs to be said. 2 and 1. Here's the deal. Abuse now trying to return the favor. Axis incoming abuse. qancer and Lantern. Method Rimshot. Cujo and Citizen versus Dr. Wise Guy. Scheme George. Gusto, Wom, Anomaly, and more. Doctor's got to lock it down for a solid 3:35 on the clock right here, right now. And the incoming action continues right there around the gate area as we got a lot of explosions. It is a massive artillery. It is indeed World War II going down right there. Lots of action. Doctor, oh man! Cujo laying it down with a sniper rifle. Incredible amounts of carnage as both teams just obliterate each other, Justice, in a mass of incredible fire, mass of support fire, machine gun fire, and long-range sniper fire. Takes everybody down in that initial rush at 3:05 remaining. All you.
Alright, well, Cujo is just waiting for his team to respawn there. They do have control of the forward deployment flag. They just respawn, getting the dynamite planted on the gate hatch. Opening up that door, looks like they're going to take a stab at going above ground here. But the DR team is ready and waiting for them, Warwitch. They're all around the perimeter of the tower, firing the long-range MP40s and Thompsons, raining fire down into the tarmac area. Now Lantern and his buddies, Rimshot, qancer, and Cujo, laying down lots of fire, trying to get their team forward, moves into the garage. Looks like it's not going to be easy as Wom's sniper rifle is keeping them pinned down. George doing a good job with the long-range Thompson action. And Scheme with the Thompson also. They have the, interestingly enough, They have the garage door open, the one that you can raise up by hitting the button from the inside, and they're shooting out of it from beneath the stairs, beneath the ladder. Long range, right over towards the half track. Haven't seen that very often, but it seems to be working. Not a lot of panzer fire for the DR defense here. In fact, I don't even see one of them. But DR Wong doing a good job with the sniper rifle, and it's not really needed at this point. Warwitch, back to you, bud.
151 on the clock at a lock on Dr. Wiseguy. What we're seeing here as I'm browsing through the first-person mode tonight is basically incoming abuse are suffering from that dreaded long-range ability of the Doctors. These guys will lock you down long-range. They see you coming, and their machine gun fire is so well placed. If you even dare to get into the open, they machine gun you down. You respond, you're taken down. Cujo coming in to the Allied garage, but Dr. Wiseguy waiting for him right there with the Thompson. Incoming Lantern taken down as well. He's taking him down on a spiral. He's got himself a nice position. He's a medic making 2 revivals and then hopping back to the Allied garage as he opens up yet again. Dr. Wiseguy laying down the Doctor's in charge here tonight. One member of Abuse gets up on top. Probably not going to get far. Method right there, then taken down by Wiseguy. Wiseguy clearly is out-fragging all of the Abuse members, then takes the time to kill Method's body, and Wiseguy now in charge, now machine gun fire down to the tarmac. He's got the spiral behind him, and we got 58 seconds. The hopes of Abuse are beginning to fade very quickly as they try to tackle an almost invincible Doctors team. Justice at 51 seconds. We're going to sound the 1-minute warning. All you.
It looks like the DR team doing a good job switching up the defensive looks as we're following qancer, trying to get past it, but he's not going to happen. 38 seconds left on the clock. Not going to get to the tower in time. There's Wolf's way. Despite a good move, Citizen taking out a couple with the sniper rifle. Time is out. So, we're going to talk about the defensive schemes here of the DR team. Now, originally in the first round, we didn't see them guarding the garage, which is they instead favored just a straight-up defense around the base of the tower. Now, going into round 2, switched it up a little bit, tossed Abuse a bone, or a new look, Abuse not prepared for that, running into the basement, onesies and twosies, just trying to group up there. Little did they know that 4 DR members were awaiting them to mow them down. So that's the kind of thing DR knows Abuse has trouble with. They get used to one thing, and that's what they're going to work on. If you keep switching it up, keep giving them new things, keep tossing unexpected variables at them, that's the way to beat Abuse. I think that's the formula WSW used to keep a close match against them last week, and the same formula that Exile used the week before. So Abuse knows, the DR team knows this kind of switching up of the defensive tactics can rattle Abuse a little bit, and it definitely did there, Warwitch. Now Abuse finds himself in a 2-0 hole. They really need to show what they're made of here tonight. Otherwise, they're going to be going home awful quick. Back to you, bud.
You know, absolutely. We've got a massive amount of listeners dialed in. www.tsncentral.com, your official shoutcasting station for Quake 2, or Quake 2002, and the game is underway for the Doctors versus Abuse. Score currently 2-0 in favor of the Doctors tonight on MP Assault, 9:42 on the clock. Sync Wolf TV, pound GTV with pound TSN. And here's the deal. Incoming access. Abuse. These guys have got it done in the past at 4:03, unable to beat the times of the Doctors just a little bit faster, but they're going to try to bring it in now and get it done right here. Incredible support fire just around that frontal hatch. Each and every time we see an amazing amount of support fire. It is like an atomic explosion. And, oh, we got a little trouble going on right there. A little TK action going down as Cujo unleashes, taking down 2 of his brethren, Rimshot and Method. Dr. Anomaly says, you know, I'm going to follow up right there and take out my own teammate, Dr. Wong. And they say good night to each other. It's game over. 9:03 on the clock here tonight. What are we seeing for the incoming offense from Abuse?
Looks like Abuse is just trying to get some control around that tarmac war, which they just got out of the 4 deployment zone. Only 3 of them attacking up top. Now moving towards that middle ladder area where they can go down and eventually get to that door they need to blow. Looks like that's what they're going to do, as I'm following Method, who's an engineer, planting at the underneath door there, whatever it's called. I'm not quite sure. The warehouse entrance. That's the word I'm looking for. So we now have a red at the warehouse entrance. I don't know where the rest of Abuse is. We're following Rimshot. He gets fired, just laid out, Warwitch. These Abuse members are just going in one at a time, trying to cross that tarmac, and you got 3 or 4 different DR members guns pointed at him. Not a good equation, but Citizen doing his best to keep some suppressive fire down with the sniper rifle, taking out a couple of DR members, but Medic's so close. that they're revived almost instantly. Now we have a breach in the warehouse door, and I'm going to pass the action back to you, bud.
Well, in third-person mode there for a short time. Back to first. Who cares? Incoming. Let's get a quick look while I can on the Doctor's defense. Wise guy on the hilltop by the comm tower. He's a medic. We've got Dr. Scheme, Lieutenant by the spiral, looking down across the tarmac. He's taken down. Gonna get quickly revived by Wise guy. Nice revival right there here by the rampart area near the ladder that leads up. We've got Dr. Gusto, medic, and the snipe in action going down right here by Dr. Wong. The sniper rifle out, laying down a world of long range. Tarmac fire around to bomber itself. Incoming abuse. 7:33 on the clock here tonight. It is TSN. It is the Cow Finals for the invites. The biggest game of all time brought to you here tonight. I'm Warwitch, and Justice P with me on the mic as well. Dr. Scheme, Lieutenant now down into the Allied garage. Lots of carnage going down. Ambush from behind by Cujo. Cujo ambushes him. Method the engineer follows up and continues that ambush. We've got something going down here in the Allied garage from the abuse team. Justice, looks like these guys have got something happening. A little Axis magic going on. The Axis go displeased, and I'm going to pass it right back to you, buddy. All you.
All right, well, we've got 3 members of the abuse team down in the garage. Looks like they're trying to make a move here, trying to make a push. Method, the engineer, followed by Lantern medic, Rimshot engineer, and Cancer medic. So 2 medics and 2 engineers clear the base of the tower. The only man, Dr. Anomaly. Dr. Anomaly takes out 1, running, retreating, pulls out the pistol, tries to take out the pistol. Not going to happen as Cancer takes him down, but he held them off long enough to get some reinforcements over as Lantern and Cancer both taken out by Wise Guy and Gusto. But we do have a plant at the communications tower. Dynamite is red. He managed to sneak up there. Now we have the Allied team all around. If they have an engineer, it might not be that hard to defuse. However, the dynamite is planted at such an angle that anyone in the spawn from the Axis team will be able to up at the tower and defend that dynamite from long range. Definitely good plan, abuse team here. Doesn't look like even the DR team has 1 engineer, so looks like abuse got lucky there.
And we're losing you on buddy phone.
There.
6 minutes.
There's enough.
And we're down. 4:01 is the time. It's set right here. Both teams setting very quick times on the clock. Abuse doing it in 4:01, beating their former time of 4:03 by 2 seconds. Abuse with incredible plan times, but Justice, Doctors are even faster. Even faster, and that is what is working against the abuse team. Abuse normally, dare I say, invincible, but Doctors just faster. Beating them to the uppercut, beating them there to the tower, taking down the tower, and getting it done right here. Dr. Wise Guy and the rest of the Doctors here can do it in 3:48. That's their, no, 3:39 is their fastest plant time versus the 4:01 on the clock. They can do it, and Abuse has got to strap it down right now because this is the final moment for Abuse. If they can't do it here, then it's game over, and the Doctors walk away the undisputed champions of RTCW. Fight. All you. Fight.
For sure, and the interesting thing, which is pretty much throughout the entire match, Abuse has been leading in frags. They're definitely winning the frag differential. They have the higher ratio the entire time. It's just the DR team maximizing on their opportunities. Just very efficient. When they get a shot at planting that dynamite, they do it, and it only takes 1 time. And that's just very impressive. The Abuse team taking a little bit longer, doing things a little bit more methodically. Definitely not a bad strategy against a team such as DR. But as the action picks up, Warwitch, I'm going to pass it over to you, bud.
Once again, that classic Abuse strat incoming. Major Lieutenant attack to the gate area. Then armor class suicide as they respawn and go for their new roles in defense at 3:14 remaining. Justice, I'm giving note of the time. Let's have you do it as well when I hand it to you. Little Panzerfaust long range. Not seeing a lot of long, massive Panzerfaust kills like we'd like to see in the Shoutcast. Little onesie and twosie kills going on. We've got Dr. Wama sniping here on the Axis side of the gate, on top of the gate, right-hand side, across the tarmac, trying to get himself a shot at the Allied defenders, the Doctors on the far side, or rather the Allied defenders, Abuse on the far side, Doctors incoming right now, making the sniping across the tarmac. Excuse me for the confusion. 2:41 on the clock here tonight. Incoming Doctors, engineer Anomaly right there. Airstrikes from above, rampart area. Cujo's grenade taking down Anomaly and George. Ow! Ow! Nice. That's
big grand
rush.
Cujo.
All you. Good toss.
All right, well, Abuse almost looked like they were in trouble there as the DR team was rushing that tarmac as I'm switched out into first-person mode again. Back in position here, it looks like the DR team does have a few guys inside the garage. As I was saying, Abuse almost caught with their pants down, but Cujo really saved them there as he was able to stop two guys from getting into that garage with a well-placed grenade. Looked like the DR team had him against the ropes and just needed to rush up the tower. But like I said again, Cujo just a fantastic play, buying his team time. They're now set in position all around the base of the tower. Citizen doing a good job laying down the Panzer, or not Panzer fire. I'm used to Citizen with the Panzer. With the sniper fire, he's the all-around soldat for the Allied team here tonight, Warwitch. Yeah, 1:42 left on the clock here, buddy, and it looks like DR is just waiting in the garage, and I'm going to pass it back to you, buddy.
Well, we're here. We got the Axis breaching the warehouse door. Who are the Axis? The Doctors. 132. The Doctors ain't going to quit, ain't going to say die. These guys are going to bring it right here in their final rush. Looking down out to the Allied garage, looking for the Doctors. Doctors now in position. Doctors gearing up, patting each other on the back. Dr. Wise Guy, Dr. George, Dr. Anomaly, they're geared up, and now we've got the rush. No, waiting. What are they waiting for? 113, Doctors, Allied garage, now waiting, now up the spiral. Here we go. First one into the breach. Dr. Wom is up. He is now in charge. He's in charge. He's a Leutman. Engaging. Cujo's Panzerfaust shuts down two members of that rush right there from the Doctors team. Abuse coming out on top of the sniper rifle and the Thompson fire. Let's play from Abuse right there, stopping cold the incoming Doctors rush. The Doctors, I think, aren't going to get locked down this round, and I think this is a critical moment in RTCW play right here, as it looks like Abuse is going to get themselves a point and stay in the game.
It does look like it. With 7 seconds left on the clock, 37 seconds left on the clock, I should say. Definitely DR not going to get the job done. Abuse is going to get a point here. Now they're still down by 1. 2-1 is the score. DR with the lead, but Abuse making a stand here and stealing a little bit of that thunder, stealing a little of that momentum that the DR team had managed to build up here. What do you say, Warwitch?
You know, I think we're looking at a better game than we had hoped. Certainly no one wishing for a 3-0 wipeout in the game that we've all been waiting for. 5 seconds remaining. What is happening here is that the Abuse defense is really beginning to warm up. The Allies win. That's it. Objective not reached in 401. The Doctors unable to do it that time. Interesting side note, the Doctors are not land up in their Fortress of Solitude here for this matchup. They had one member actually fly in from Chicago, but it turns out they were not able to land up as planned, so the Doctors are not playing on their land as far as I'm told, and that definitely could be a factor in their gameplay here this evening. Nonetheless, the Doctors coming out very strong with a 2-1 score thus far, but Abuse now on the scoreboard here tonight, Justice, and it's definitely a good time for all the Abuse fans out there, geared up and ready for the fight.
Yeah, once again, Warwitch, looking at the statistics thanks to the old OSP function here, which is good game to Ray. Looks like Citizen with 11 kills and 4 deaths, definitely the MVP for the Abuse team that round. Abuse as a whole dominating, 58% efficiency, 43 kills, 31 deaths as a team, and it showed because the proof is in the pudding, my friend. It looks like
little lost.
Warwitch saying in view. Little comedy coming out here, buddy. We're waiting on one player to start. You're not hearing any kind of action. We're babbling, and it's okay because the game has not started yet. Now the game goes live here. What is DR going to do? What will Abuse do here now, tonight? This is the game that we've all been waiting for. This is the finals. This is DR versus Abuse, Warwitch, and Justice on the mic. We are now live, buddy, and I'm going to pass it back to you.
Well, I'm just chatting with the guys. Understood. No one seems to know why we get stuck in first-person mode. I think it's like a spiritual, mystical thing or something. Here's the time on the clock, 9:41. No problem. Let's keep rocking out there. Doctors, now incoming Axis. Doctors want to set the time. Keep in mind, fastest set time for the Doctors at 3:39 in response to a 4:05 set time by Abuse. Again, Abuse with that armor class killing. They drop the ammunition all over that gate area. Then they say, we're going to respond as snipers, and we're going to respond as medics and lieutenants, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. Incoming Doctors right there. Nice plant on the hatch. It is Anomaly with the plant right there. More airstrikes. We got the plume, blue markers, and first-person mode action as I got a lock now on Dr. George. We're going to follow Dr. George as he makes the charge into the breach here tonight. Up, down, I see you, Dr. George. It's game over. Blasted by qancer support fire and obliterated, but quickly revived by the medics there for the Doctor roster. 6 on 6 here tonight.
Oh!
What's going down, buddy? It is 8:52 on the clock.
Cujo with the big Panzerfaust, taking out Gusto and Wise Guy. Looks like Abuse is trying to throw a little wrench into the cog known as DR by letting loose the Ninja Panzer. Cujo just up around the boxes area by the tarmac, by the half track, letting loose with the Panzer shot. Doing a good job here, but as we... Oh, another one! Oh, and he missed. Oh, man, Warwitch, that was a big one. 4 DR guys incoming over the tarmac, all in the same area, but the Panzerfaust shot went over their heads and missed all of them. Definitely a blown opportunity there, as we could have seen a four-shot kill here, buddy. DR already set up shop inside the Allied garage, and I'm going to pass it over to you.
Well, once again, Abuse now in the Allied defense. We've got Method up here on the hilltop overlooking the spiral. He's a medic. Let's move on down right here just to the right-hand side of the garage ladder. We've got a lock on. It looks like it is qancer. Another medic action going on right there on the left-hand side of the garage ladder. We've got the like of Rimshot Lieutenant backed up by Lantern Medic as well. They're making sure no one comes up from below, and they're going to lock it down right here. 7:49 is your time on the clock here tonight, and as we keep it rocking for you, www.tsmcentral.com, we do it for you right here, right now. We got the doctors now inside the Allied warehouse. Dr. Wam Leutman. What's the glorious Axis Army? Goes down. Good night. It is Cujo. Cujo says no. Bye, bye, bye.
Cujo with the big Panzerfaust shot there. Wait, see, they're doing the smart thing now. They know DR is grouping in the Allied garage there, so Cujo, every 30 seconds or so, is just jumping down there and letting loose with the Panzer of Doom, obliterating 1 or 2 members of the DR team. Definitely a powerful strategy for the Abuse team to employ, especially late in the game, tossing them just something new to deal with, not letting them get comfortable, and that's the key here. You know DR is eventually going to get this planted. It's just a matter of time, and as Abuse has shown, they need about 4 minutes on the clock. Now we are looking at 6 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock. Looks like the DR team does have a couple of members in the garage, but not enough for them to start thinking about moving, Warwitch. And with that being said, I'm going to pass the action over to you.
Well, we're going to wait to see who's the first one into the breach, and we've got a lock right here. It's going to be Dr. Gusto creeping up the spiral, 1 step at a time. He's got the German uniform on. He's now peering outwards. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's quietly looking outwards. No sign of the enemy. Decides he's going to go right back down. Oh, takes a snipe right to his left-hand shoulder that explodes the wall just above his shoulder. Decides to go back into the garage, waiting for the rest of his teammates. Here's the rush. Incoming doctors now. Dr. Rush, massive plunge into the breach. Incoming. Oh, doctors are... Oh, game over. There's the play we're looking for.
Oh, you gotta like that.
Ja.
That's Cujo with the Panzerfaust. They all came out of that spiral. I was waiting for it all day long. DR has been pouring out of the spiral, ignoring the ladder completely. Cujo knows by now, and he says, not in my house. Anticipation, letting loose the rocket and taking out 3 or 4 of the incoming DR team. Now, qancer and Cujo doing a good job for the long range on the respawn DR team as they're trying to move into the tarmac. Shot the first person here, but I'm seeing the action anyway. DR getting shot down now. The Abuse team is still around that tower, but being a little bit more aggressive, using that long-range Thompson fire. They've been more lax in the past to just be conservative and wait up in the hillocks, as Warwitch would say, but now just showing that they can be aggressive even on defense and slowing them down a little bit. Another one, Cujo, the MVP so far. 2 more Panzerfaust notches on his belt there, buddy. And I'm going to pass the action over to you.
Well, I've been following Dr. Wiseguy, and this guy is an incredible medic. He's got it locked down. He is making the revivals, hopping from one body to another as if he could fly, making the revivals, opening fire long range, dropping grenades. Nice rush, incoming rush right now. Doctors with the rush, revivals being made. Dr. Wiseguy alive, looking now up towards the tower. We've got, Dr. Wiseguy engaged in combat. Wiseguy taking heavy fire. Wiseguy taking down qancer. Wiseguy doing it right there in charge, killing teammate Dr. George. Gonna head over, make the revival very quickly, then charges outward, machine gun fire, taking down. No, it's taken down right there. Finally taken down by Lanterns Thompson. Let's pass the torch off to another member. Doctor Scheme is down. Method right here. A medic dropping off the med packs for Cujo around the comm tower. Time is 4:28 on the clock. Keep it rocking out there. Wolf TV and TSN making it happen for you right now. And Dr. Gusto now is the Axis allied, or the Axis incoming in the garage, looking upwards. Dr. Gusto now waiting for the rest of his team. Backed up again. The doctors running out of time. They've got 4 minutes, but the doctors are stalling. The Abuse team, whatever they are doing, justice is beginning to work. The Doctor Blitzkrieg that decimated France is coming to a close and slowing down as Abuse really have figured out what the doctors are all about. If they can keep it locked down and the doctors don't change things up, I think Abuse have a chance to come back here a 2-2 or a 2-0 deficit to tie the game. Justice, a lot of doctors in the Allied garage. We're going to pass it to you.
All right, well, I'm following Dr. Gusto and Dr. Wiseguy, just tossing some grenades up the ladder, nothing serious yet. Just letting him know that we're down here, and if you come down here, you're going to get shot. So just sending a message there. The difference this round, Warwitch, so far has just been Cujo and the Panzerfaust. Not a lot of Panzerfaust action before, as I mentioned out. Here comes the rush, Warwitch. Here comes Dr. Wiseguy. I'm stuck in first person, going to pass it on to you. Panzerfaust by Cujo once again, stunning that rush. Warwitch, back to you.
I'm in charge right here. Dr. George taken down by Rimshot just to the left-hand side of the comm tower. Machine gun fire across the rampart area. Drops an airstrike. Let's get a lock on the next member. Cujo goes down. Cujo now alive, revamped and revived. Gonna bust out the Panzerfaust. Down into the garage he goes, pistol in hand. No sign as the doctor's down there. 258 on the clock. Let's get a lock here. Dr. Wom now long range, making the snipe, looking for targets. Looking. I've got him in the scope. Let's find out what he can do. Take him down. Lantern. Nice snipe right there. First person mode locked on to Dr. Wom. Nice kill to Lantern. Can barely see him. We've got an incoming rush via the spiral. Justice, give me a rundown of what is going down. Incoming doctor. Spiral time, buddy. Spiral time.
All right, we have four doctor members rushing up that spiral, trying to get Abuse with their pants down, but Abuse doing a good job. They didn't see it initially. They had no one around the spiral, but were able to react quickly and efficiently as they just mown down Anomaly, Wiseguy, George, Gusto, and once again Anomaly, and that was just good shots by Rimshot, Citizen, and Qancer, doing a good job of keeping it locked down. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. Dr. Scheme getting nervous in the garage, pussyfooting around a little bit, opening the door, letting loose a little bit, burst of fire, not attacking yet as he's waiting for his team to regroup. But it's just not looking good for the DR as really Abuse has come alive here in this fourth round. Top of the fourth, 1 minute 49 seconds left on the clock here. Back to you, bud.
1:43. Lantern locking him right there. Taking down Dr. Scheme. Says goodnight. Lantern tossing that lantern there. A little burst of fire. Then making a revival of his compatriarch. It is Cujo coming back up. The soldier for the Allied defense. Lantern taking a snipe to the back of the head and blown away. But is going to get revived and Lantern back on his feet. Let's get a lock on. And Method of machine gun fire right there down to the spiral. He's on the mountain hillside. Got himself a Thompson. Looks like he might be a medic. And he's got himself the grenade, well-timed, 1 count, 2 count, 3, and throws it down, explodes, taking no one down. 112 remains on the clock. Incredible. Thus far, buddy, Abuse has shut down the doctors. 1 minute remaining, 1:05. They've shut down the doctors thus far. I've got a lock on Method. We've got the doctors going to be coming up that spiral right now. Method is waiting for them. 58 seconds. The doctors now definitely feeling the pressure. Here they come. The doctors taking it home. Incoming Cujo's Panzerfaust. Justice, incredible. Again, that is what's been going down right here. It's that Panzerfaust that's been the difference between life and death right here for the Abuse team as Cujo lays down the hurt, and that doctor's rush is shut down at 37 seconds, 35. Doctor's trying to get up on the tower. No, not going to happen, and good game. 30 seconds, and the hopes of the doctors fail, buddy, because the doctors are not going to be able to get themselves a plant. Justice, take it home.
All right, well, that was just incredible. Good defense effort by the Abuse team, especially Cujo. Man, that Panzerfaust is not only deadly, but as soon as he fires, Cujo got two handgun kills in a row against the incoming DR team. You just gotta give him props. The Uber Soldat laying down the law here tonight. He says we might be down 2-0, but we are not out as Abuse now has the full 10 minutes on the clock to try and even it up. Now looking at the frags, the most lopsided frag total thus far of the evening with Abuse, 71% efficiency, 68 kills, only 27 deaths as a team. Amazing, and that was spearheaded by the man Cujo. 21 kills, 9 deaths, 70% efficiency for him. Just an outstanding job. Dr. Wombat trying to do his best. He had 15 kills and 5 deaths to lead his team, but no one else on the DR squad had more than 0 kills, 13 deaths. Not getting the job done whatsoever. DR team a little shaken, and they're showing it, Warwitch. They need to regain their composure, regain the confidence that they've used to get themselves thus far, and really need to steal away some of the momentum from the now powerful Abuse team.
Well, here's the deal. About 350 dialed in tonight for this extravaganza of RTCW. Really, the final bout, the final match between two of the greatest teams ever. Incoming abuse now with the full time on the clock and stopwatch around 2. 9:46 on the clock. Clock. Doctors themselves on the Allied defense. The doctors really got to shut it down. Abuse can get it done. Fastest plant time so far. Abuse at 4:01. That is all the time they need. Once again, heavy Z artillery fire being exchanged between Axis and Allies, between Abuse incoming offense and Allied defense. You saw something going down there, buddy. Let's get the crowd involved. That's for you.
I saw Wise Guy and George taken out by teammate Dr. Anomaly's airstrike there. Now it looks like the Abuse team is not waiting to regroup as they got the momentum on their side, trying to push the tarmac, but not going to get a chance at it here, as the DR team was down but respawned quickly and are now back in position surrounding the tower. Incoming Abuse team Warwitch going for the underneath plant, going for that warehouse door plant. Cujo and qancer outside on the tarmac, trying to just grief a little bit, trying to divert the attention of DR.
We got a timeout.
Looks like we have a timeout. 2 999s, that's not good. George and Wombat both went 999, and that definitely not boding well for the DR team, as those two have been so far really the mainstays of the DR team here tonight, alongside Wise Guy Warwitch.
You know, absolutely, and I'm going to take a swig of my Pepsi here. One day Pepsi will be the sponsor of the TSN. It gives us time to give a couple shout-outs to those people that we need to thank. www.tsncentral.com. I want to thank the staff. I want to thank our listeners especially. You guys make us what we are. You make us great. Thanks for dialing in and supporting us. We appreciate it. I want you guys to stop by the website, get to know the forums, use those forums, get involved. We got forums for every game we shoutcast. Also, our download section on the website is going to be revamped back to its old in-link status, which is a much better way to download. It's nicer, it's got images, it's clean. We're going to be going back, so pardon our dust. Our download section a little bit rough right now. Reorganizing at present. A big shout out to Juno, our webmaster, does a lot of work behind the scenes and deserves mad props.
To fight.
Game going to be starting here in 9 seconds. Again, Justice, here's the storyline. We've got a 2-1 score right here. Doctors, trying to make the plan time, can't do it. Abuse shut them down. Abuse get to know the doctors, hold them off for 10 minutes. Now Abuse is on the offense, and you and I are back in game, buddy. I'm going to pass it to you as we keep it rocking here tonight on the Team Sportscast.
All right, bottom of the 4th round here. I'm going to start announcing it like baseball. We have Gusto taken out by Citizen. Citizen's been doing a good job with that sniper rifle. Also taking out Scheme there, and Wise Guy. Citizen on fire tonight. Took him a couple rounds to warm up, but now just laying down a lot. However, good medic work by the, oh, I'm sorry, I got confused. He did good, and also, 8 minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock. The Abuse team is inside the garage, but Gusto and Wise Guy not letting him get comfortable, firing down from the spiral, and disrupting the offensive surge here. Lantern fighting back, taking out Scheme down in the garage. Just a lot of fighting down in the garage. A lot of people shooting down into it from the stairs, from the spiral. A couple guys down there trying to sneak around. They know Abuse is going to come that way. Instead of doing the Cujo Panzer method, instead just relying on the MP40 fire and the Thompson fire to try to clear out the garage. Cujo, Rimshot, Method, and Lantern now inside the Allied garage, waiting for 1 or 2 more before making their move, making their push, Warwitch, and I'm going to pass the action back to you.
Well, the doctors know they're down there. We've got the doctors frolicking around the spiral stairwell, the likes of a Wise Guy, who has just been a monster tonight, a medic looking good, and we got the like of Dr. George by the comm tower, a lieutenant dropping the ammo as well, and by the garage ladder, Dr. Anomaly, medic as well, backing up by Dr. Gusto, medic as well. Then finally on the far rampart side of things, Dr. Scheme, lieutenant, getting it done. The doctor's now at 7:05, trying to lock down the incoming Abuse team. Abuse now with the full time on the clock, 7 minutes now on the clock. Abuse down in the Allied garage. These guys going to be rushing upwards. A glorious Axisionic in just a moment. Blitzkrieg time. Cujo dropping an airstrike up there from the garage ladder. Up there. Good night. We're going to find out what happens as the airstrike goes down. Incoming. Negative. Cannot see target. No targets taken out. And nice rush right here. Here comes the Axis. Snell. They're rushing up by the spiral. Powerful Abuse rush. They are just putting the doctors on the rope as Abuse is pissed. They are angry. Wait, they're being shut down by Wise Guy and Anomaly. No, it is a battle now. What's going down? No, Abuse is pushed back by Wise Guy and Anomaly and the rest of the doctors team. For a moment, it looks like the doctors are against the rope, but no. Finally, Abuse says, we're going to come back another time. The doctors shut them down, and 6:13 on the clock.
Well, they do have 6 minutes to get it done, Warwitch, and they know it, and they're taking their time. I'm not sure that they want to get comfortable necessarily, as they waited way too long to stage that last attack. They have time, but you know, they need to maximize it. They need to be as efficient as possible. Take as many shots of it as they can. When they have 5 guys underneath there, they need to just go rather than waiting for 30 seconds, because that 30 seconds might be what's the difference between a point and going home tonight. The score now 2-1 in favor of the DR team. We're in the bottom of the 4th round. Abuse has 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. They must be in the basement, Warwitch, so I'm going to pass it on to you, bud.
Well, we're going to look down here in the basement right now. My voice just going out a tad. Dr. Gusto looking down there from the spiral towards the Allied garage. Dr. George down there in the basement as well. Looks like the doctors this time are going to take the battle to the garage in a crossfire of Dr. Gusto on the spiral and Dr. George down below near the back ladder that leads up to the comm tower. Here comes Abuse. Abuse victimized right there by a 4-man Dr. Pronged attack. We got the doctors on top of the boxes. Dr. Wise Guy down below. Dr. Scheme. Doctors laying down the hurt as Abuse tries to bring it up the spiral. They're definitely in a world of hurt right now. Qancer comes out. Heavy machine gun fire as Qancer regrets the moment he ever set eyes on the Allied garage. It's over for him. Abuse team here at 4:50 on the clock have got to change up their attack pattern because the doctors are expecting them up the spiral through the warehouse door, and the doctors are not going to allow them to pass. We've got to find out exactly what Abuse can do, and Justice, Dr. Gusto getting it done with the Thompson against Rimshot and Lanson tonight. What does Abuse need to do right now at 4:31 on the clock to get in and get that plan?
Well, what I would do, Warwitch, instead of going underground at the forward deployment flag, which lets DR know exactly what's going on and get prepared in the garage, we do have a timeout now. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the game. We're in limbo as it looks like Steam has a 668 ping, so we're going to wait on him for a second. But back to what I was saying, the Abuse team needs to attack the tarmac because that makes the DR team play defense up top around the base of the tower. Then they need to move into the garage and get their hold in there. If they go in underneath by the forward deployment flag, once again, the DR team knows where they're coming from and can get prepared. So I would definitely be pro-attacking tarmac. Attack above if I was Abuse right now, buddy. Back to you.
4-1-3 score. 2-1 Doctors in the lead. This is the final do-or-die moment for the incoming Axis team. Right here, they're going to win or they're going to lose World War II. They're going to get back in the fight. If Abuse can do it, if they can make the plan, if they can bring their engineers and take that tower down, then we've got a 2-2 ball game. If not, it's going to be a home run, Barry Bonds style for the Doctors team, and they're going to walk away a 3-1 victory tonight. 3:50 on the clock right here. Oh. And the game is under no tie? Oh, okay.
Not in the playoffs. The 1-1 tie rule that Cal's been instigating all season long, no longer in effect. So even if Abuse fails to plant here, it won't matter because the score will still be 2-1, and they'll have another shot next round.
Well,
they definitely want to capitalize, Warwitch, but it's not do or die quite yet.
Well, we'll just pretend it's do or die time right here, and I'm now in first person mode by Dr. Wise Guy. You're right, that's right. We're used to the standard Cal season where if you don't win the match, the other team gets themselves a point. That is not the case right here in the finals, which means the games can drag on tonight. So if Abuse can't get it done, the score remains 2-1. But this is the moment that Abuse really wants to incorporate on Justice, and let me tell you why. The Doctors are never again going to not plant in a 10-minute time period. They're going to adjust. They are going to adjust. They made a mistake. They couldn't do it. This is the opportunity right now that Abuse needs to take. We got a rush at the spiral. Dr. Wise Guy taken down by Cujo, support fire. Dr. Scheme blown high, taking heavy machine gun fire. He's down. We got a major rush right here by the Abuse team. Nice revivals being made. We're going to get these guys a lock on them right now by the comm tower. Dr. George down, incoming rush by Abuse. He is revived, and Dr. George back online. Lantern now down as well. Lantern trying to make that rush right there. Method now down to the Allied garage. And Justice, what happened right there? I'm locked in first-person mode. Give us a rundown on the story of that last Abuse rush.
Well, they had 5 guys rushing up that spiral. Now the artillery did manage to take one out, but not enough to do any kind of permanent damage, as the DR rifles were just trained on that spiral. As soon as the Abuse team came up, they just let loose. And the difference is, Warwitch, the DR team did not stop with it. They just keep pummeling the corpse until it can no longer be revived. By the time the Abuse medics come around, there's nothing left that they can do. So then it's just the medics against the world there, and with no engineer, it's even that much more hopeless. So DR doing a good job at just being disciplined enough to keep their bullets trained on that corpse and just take it out completely. Looks like the incoming of Abuse is going to be underground here real soon, buddy. I'm going to pass the action back to you.
Well, we got Dr. Wise Guy, engineer, dropping grenades to the spiral, and he's setting himself to dynamite by the spiral as well. It just might catch people off guard. Dr. Scheme and Dr. George dropping grenades right there. Let's give time of 1:19 on the clock. Dropping grenades down the spiral, 1:16. Doctor's unable to make the plant, but now equally resistant to allowing Abuse to do so. The doctors say, fine, if you're not going to let us in to your tower, we're going to do the same, and you're not going to get in either. Qancer's nice sniper rifle from Qancer and Citizen clearing out the Abuse defense. 1 minute on the clock. The hopes of Abuse now begin to phase out. 2-1 is the score, and it looks like we might be remaining in a 2-1 ball game. Incoming Abuse now looking for these guys. We got a little airstrike action by the ladder, by the garage. Right there, Cujo doing it right there. There's a 2-man or a 3-man kill from Cujo, laying it down from below ground. And we got an engineer in his method up on top trying to get inside, but Dr. Wise Guy shuts him down. 39 seconds. Do we have a potential plant justice, or the hopes of Abuse over?
This is going to be close, Warwitch. 32 seconds, 31 seconds. Not going to get done. Planted it, but with only 27 seconds left on the clock, going to fall about 3 seconds short, Warwitch. That was damn close. They had another guy up there who would have been able to get it, but he was taken out right at the last moment as he was getting up that ladder, just by a straggler of the DR team. So DR is definitely going to stop him here, going to force the tie. So now it's going to be 2-1 again. And Abuse had the momentum, just lost it for. We're looking at the frags. Once again, the Abuse team cleaning up, 61% efficiency, but just not enough, just not getting in at the right time. Unlike the DR team, Abuse not capitalizing on their opportunities. And while they're overall, outplaying the DR team as far as frags go, they're just not getting the job done when it comes to plants. I don't know what the problem is, but definitely they need to figure it out now.
Well, we're going to do a little sounder. Very quick sounder. Ladies and gentlemen. Goggles, say do nothing.
9.
And let's keep it rocking for you right here. 2-1 is the score here tonight, and Justice in an incredible game unfolding here tonight. 2-1 Doctors with the lead right there. Doctors unable to make that plant time. Abuse returning the favor, unable to do so. And now here's the deal. Incoming Abuse team. Their chance at stopwatch round number 1 again. So what, round 5 or so? Up on to round 5. Justice, back to you.
Round 5.
Oh,
Alright, this is the top of round 5, Warwitch. Looks like the Abuse team will be attacking. They are the Axis team. DR defending as the allies. Incoming rush as we begin here, 9:44 on the clock as we just started. Looks like the DR team is all of them rushing up to the forward deployment flag, letting loose a barrage of airstrikes, not doing a lot of artillery strikes as we've seen from the Abuse team thus far. And Abuse not falling for it. They're back in the... but here comes our team. We haven't seen this yet. DR team not going to let him get to the forward deployment flag.
Wow.
Instead rushing, they have secure control of the forward deployment team. The DR now surrounding the spawn, trying to spawn camp Team Abuse. Who could do that? No, they're playing a little timid. They're not getting towards the spawn. They're staying in the forward deployment area. Incoming Abuse squad. Here comes Rimshot and Cujo, but they're all alone. Not going to get a whole lot done against the 6 DR team members that are surrounding that forward deployment flag. Just an amazing sequence of events, Warwitch, and I'm going to pass the action.
Almost looking like the Doctors themselves were going to try to spawn camp the Abuse team, but they, like you said, pull up a little bit timid and decide not to. But they're coming out a little more aggressive now as the Abuse team is pushed back by the Axis fuel trucks. A lot of action going on right here. We're going to lock on the Doctors. Doctors on their side of the fence, denying Abuse the chance to capture the forward staging area, but here they come. Abuse coming in, but Dr. George with the Thompson shutting it down like a man in charge. I mean, got it. Shut down right there, doing it and doing it well. Incoming Abuse, Axis offense, but Doctor kills one after another. George and Anomaly taking down Citizen, Qancer, and friends. The Doctor's still in charge, and a new and very aggressive strat. That's what you gotta fear about the Doctors. These guys will change it up on you in a moment. They will change the entire way they play the game, from very defensive to suddenly very aggressive, very offensive, very, very deadly. And that is exactly the bane of Abuse. If you change up things on Abuse, these guys are in a world over. Justice, what's going down?
Alright, well, Abuse has now gotten his forward deployment flag, letting loose on the support flyer. Gusto taken out by Cujo. Then, Cujo getting the job. Oh my god, it was a knife! Oh, it was a team kill. We had a knifing, and we heard the goat, but it was just Method being killed by Qancer, hopefully to revive him as a medic. The DR team reclaiming the gate area, so they're not going to let Abuse respawn that so quickly here. But he's taken out by Citizen Sniper File. I'm stuck back into first-person mode, so I'm trying to get a holistic view here. It looks like the DR team now relaxing, going back to the tower, but they did manage to take about 2 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock. Now looking at 7 minutes, 9 seconds left for the Abuse team to make their move. Oh my god, the dynamite plant at the communication tower! Whoa, it's stuck in there, but it's not going to last. It's not going to last. As the DR team saw it happening, Anomaly and George both working to defuse it. I had no idea that was coming. Snuck up on us. Unfortunately, the plant was on the inside, in the cubby hole there, on the side of the communications tower, so they weren't able to cover it from the spawn area, and the DR team was able to defuse. But definitely a good move, a good shot. 6 minutes, 33 seconds left on the clock for the Abuse team to try to get something done here. They were unable to do it all of the last 10 minutes, and here they come. So I'm going to pass it over to you, bud.
Well, 6:21 on the clock right here. Nice ninja attempt from the Abuse team. What a surprise. Trying to shock the Doctors team, but the Doctors were ready with the flyers in hand. Allied Axis ass-kicking time, and it's over. They're not going to get that plant right there. Abuse, very valiant attempt at 6:05. Cujo, Lantern, Citizen, Rimshot, Method, and Qancer versus Wise Guy, Gusto, George, Scheme, Anomaly, and Wom here tonight. Your Khaled, Men's, Mark, and Vernon. And we got Wolf TV as well on the server with myself and Warwitch and Justice P. Citizen Sniper Rifle lanes it down the herd right there. Dynamite plant near the warehouse door. Once again, incoming engineers from the Abuse team at 5:44 on the clock. Doctors now once again a more conservative defense, the same D that we've seen before. A fingered defense around the comm tower itself, spread out around the spiral, looking down as well into the garage, and also looking down to the left-hand side towards the Allied spawn point right around the right-hand side of the bomber. So Doctor's covering every incoming point as well as a long-range sniper, Dr. Wom, who is taken down. Little sniper battle going on between Citizen and Wom, and it is Wom who goes down right there that time. Of Sniper's War here tonight at 5:09. Justice, give me a rundown. It looks like we got the Abuse team all up inside that hizzy, inside the house of the Allied garage. All you.
Oh my god. Warwitch, it's just with your voice. It's alright. Looks like the Abuse team is now making their push. Here comes Method, here comes Rimshot and Qancer taking out Dr. Scheme. Rimshot was taken out by Gusto, but they're up in the heat, doing a good job. Here's a good push. Method getting the job done. Anomaly and Gusto aren't going to have anything of it, but they will have no choice as Qancer goes to town, taking out Gusto and Anomaly, which looks like the Abuse team is going to get a plant here if they keep it up. I'm not seeing an engineer here quite yet, but a lot of medic action, and stuck to first person. Here comes the last member of the DR team left alive, DR Scheme, letting loose with the artillery strike, not going to get the job done as the plant is getting down. Method up there. We do have a plant now. 4 minutes, 14 seconds left on the clock. Passing the action over to you, Will.
Nice plant right there, brought to you by the engineers of the Abuse team, and that classic Abuse rush. These guys have got a terrifying rush. They'll just swarm in, and every time they get this rush, they come in out of the spiral, up on top, and they really hit hard. These guys hit with an iron fist. And there's another plant on the comm tower. It is going to be going down 3:51 on the clock here. Counts it down, it's on, and here's a plant time for Abuse. This time getting it done very quickly. Score 2-1 at the tower, goes down, and the time is now set at 6:15. Not the best time in the world, and definitely a worrisome time, Justice. Now keep in mind, Abuse have held off Doctors for 10 minutes, but the trend is that the Doctors beat the time in about 3 minutes and 45 seconds or so. That is the trend. Doctors 2-1. It is now an important time in this match right here and right now.
Yeah, 6 minutes is not the best time, Warwitch, but considering neither team was able to do it at all last round, it's better than that. So now the Abuse team, instead of having to hold DR the entire 10 minutes, will only have to focus on them for about the next 6. Now, looking at the statistics, it looks like the Abuse team was finally out-fragged, and amazingly enough, they got the plant. I think there's some kind of a trend. The team that loses the frag battle wins the war, as It was close, though. Abuse got 46% efficiency compared to the DR 53% efficiency. So, basically, Citizen getting the job done for the Abuse team with 12 kills, 3 deaths. And on the flip side, Wise Guy getting it done, 10 kills, 6 deaths. Definitely looking forward to this next match. This is crunch time now. The Abuse team has to hold off DR or they're going home. If they can do it, then we've got a whole new ballgame tied at 2-2, Warwitch.
Absolutely.
This is what it's all about, right here. Back to you.
It is clearly the World Series, the Super Bowl going down right here. WTSNCentral.com, your leaders in online game shoutcasting. Nearly 400 people dialed in for this event tonight. Welcome to the show. Game is underway. Incoming Doctors now. Rushing across their tarmac. Incoming now massive airstrikes. They're going to hold back. They realize it's dangerous in there. It is a mixing bowl of death. Not going to go inside as one airstrike gets dropped after another. It is literally Vietnam in there. But let's go back to 1944. It is truly World War II action going down. Abuse once again taking down the armor class of the Axis Leutnants or the Allied lieutenants, and instead now switching to their defensive classes. Incoming now. Yeah, don't laugh at my armor class, Justice. Incoming Doctors right here across the tarmac. A very powerful incoming rush right here from the Doctors, taking some heavy long-range fire from the Abuse roster right there. There's some markers as the Doctors now trying to fight their way up to the tower. We got the tower there rotating. A little revival made by Dr. Gusto, making the revival on Dr. George, Lieutenant. Dr. Gusto now taken away with the health packs. Now moving in, we got an Axis plant on the gate hatch right there. So we got the Doctors with a nice rush at 5 minutes on the clock, buddy. Gonna pass it back to you. Here come the Doctors up the spiral. All you.
Alright, well, I'm watching Wise Guy. He's all up the spawn, the Allied spawn area, but taken out by Message quickly. It looks like the DR incoming in the hills as Citizen and Cujo go down to Anomaly. Oh, flip that around. Citizen and Cujo killing George and Anomaly. The last guy, Dr. Wombat, he is an engineer in the hills, but Citizen and his sniper rifle take him out before he can get up that ladder. If that hadn't happened, we might be saying good game Abuse, because he is the only guy there. Luckily, Citizen in the right place at the right time with good aim, preventing that deadly plant and keeping his hopes alive. 4 minutes 17 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the Cujo Panzerfaust taking out DR George. Cujo gonna have to start lighting it up more. We haven't said his name yet this round. That was the first time, but if he wants to hold off the DR team for another 4 minutes, we're gonna have to hear from him more often. Warwitch, incoming DR, and I'm gonna pass it over to you.
Well, I'm gonna lock on Cujo right here, stuck in first-person mode. We're gonna try to go back to spectating mode and see how long we can stay locked in here tonight. Keep in mind, yet again, Doctors on Axis offense 349 on clock here tonight, on tap, on Carnage, Cancer. Right there, a little medic action around the comm tower. He's locking it down, waiting for the incoming rush of the Doctors to move down here to the Allied garage. Here come the Doctors. Major rush now up the spiral. Doctor, there's Cujo with the double man Panzerfaust killing. That's right, we said his name. He takes down 2 members, one obliterated of the Doctors, but the other able to be revived. Dr. Wom engineered some grenades being tossed down. The Doctors forced back down the spiral. They lost the momentum up the spiral and now taken down. Abuse on top, Citizen with a sniper rifle, taking down the stragglers. Very nice Abuse defense here tonight. Looking down for the Doctors, incoming allies. Dr. Wom taken down to Dr. Gusto. Looks like it might have been a mercy kill to make the revival here tonight. Doctors not prone to random TKs. The Doctors are one of the best, if not the best. We got the 2 best teams here tonight, and the Doctors do not make mistakes like that. Dr. Gusto medic up the spiral. Dr. Gusto now kind of probing the defense of Abuse, sticks his head out, takes some heavy machine gun fire, and dives back down the spiral. Reports to his teammates. The Allies have got it locked down here tonight. We're gonna need a bigger boat. 2:41 on the clock, buddy. On you.
Alright, 2 minutes 38 seconds. Looks like the Abuse team is in control of the tower. However, the DR team being free to group up in the garage. I'm following Gusto, Wom, and George, all 3 of them down in the Allied garage, just waiting for reinforcements here. I'm stuck in the door. That's not good. But there's another DR member here now. They're totaling 4. I'm going... Okay, someone opened the door for me. Thank you. Got stuck in there at spec. Citizen doing a good job firing into the garage, and 2 minutes 10 seconds left on the clock. DR George chasing Citizen, trying to stop that Panzer fire. He's being doing by Scheme now. Scheme and George dangerously close to that Abuse respawn. Going for the respawn. Scheme now inside the respawn, trying to get up that ladder that would lead over to the sniping perch of Citizen, opening the door, gets him from behind. Citizen taken out by Schemes Thompson now. Incoming wise guy attack from the tarmac. Warwitch, I'm going to pass it over to you, bud.
Well, let's get a lock here. Lantern, medic defense for the Abuse roster right here. Abuse clearly shining. 137. Their hopes about to come true. They cannot falter here. Abuse has got to keep it locked down for the next 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock right here and right now. If they can do that, a 2-2 ball game and a whole new game here tonight for the Cal Invite Final. It all comes down to this. 122. Still waiting for that Doctor's Rush. They're going to have one more chance, and I bet they're going to be coming up that spiral. I've got a lock on Method. Here they come. Method right there opens fire, machine gun fire, and forcing the Doctor's back to down the spiral. He's got the Thompson out, and he's ready to kick some Axis ass right here. Dropping some grenades. Well-timed grenade. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grenade dropping down, taking no one out. One grenade after another being dropped down. We've got Cujo with the Panzerfaust ready to go, and some incoming. Here it comes. Here is the rush tonight. The Doctor's rushing in with all the powers that they have. Incoming Dr. George goes down to Method. Method in charge right there, dropping another grenade. Doctor's now skirmishing long-range fire. Oh! Cujo doing it right there. Cover. Justice. Doctors are struggling here at 40 seconds. Dr. Wom taken down by Method. 35 on the clock right here. And ladies and gentlemen, we have got ourselves a whole new ball game tonight. 2-2.
Oh, yeah. Gotta like that, Warwitch. Oh, that was close. Cujo, he was waiting. You could see him up there waiting on the first. I was like, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And he was holding off. He's like, Justice, I'm not going to shoot it yet, so just chill out. I kept yelling at him to shoot it. Finally, he lets loose, takes out 2 or 3 of them. And he was right because, oh man, that was brutal. And it just stunted the DR attack right then and there. No chance for the DR team as Cujo just laying down the smack there. And looking at the frag stats here, once again, Abuse on top, 59% efficiency, 68 kills, 47 deaths as a team, and Citizen, 24 kills, 6 deaths, Warwitch. Top notch, just top notch. You knew he could panzer, but did you know he could sniper? No, you didn't, and now you do, because Citizen getting the job done that way. I've been saying getting the job done awfully lot. I'm going to stop right now. So if I say it again, you get to punch me, Warwitch, at QuakeCon.
QuakeCon 2002.
Not hard, just in the shoulder.
All right. TSN, official Shoutcasted
go to
station.
QuakeCon.
www.quakecon.org, and this is the Cal Invite Final. Check those guys out. Cal website action. Cal League. These guys, they know what's up when it comes to RTCW. And a little sounder.
TSN. There is sauerkraut in my lederhosen.
Yeah, on TSN.
Welcome back, and we're live, buddy. You're in server. I'm going to pass it to you. Give us a rundown on the score.
All right, waiting on
the deal.
Waiting on 3 players now. The score is now 2-2. We've tied it up. The DR team came out with an early 2-0 lead. Abuse was then able to hold them the entire 10 seconds. However, they were held the entire 10 seconds, so we had the 3rd round end as a tie. Going into the 4th round, wait a minute, I'm confused. What round are we in now? The 5th or the 6th? I don't know. We're in the 5th round now.
I think we're
in the 5th round. Last round was 4th.
Okay, whatever.
6th round. We've only had 1 tie. Right. Regardless, the score is now 2-2. Abuse has gotten the last couple points, and they're definitely taking the momentum here, taking it in stride. They see what the DR team has to offer. They've finally been able to adjust their strategy to accommodate it, and are now taking control as DR has failed to plant in each of the last 2 rounds. Definitely a strong feat for any team to do, and a good thing for Abuse that they've managed to do it tonight here, just in the nick of time. Facing elimination and pulling through. Lots of clutch. Go ahead, bud.
Very quick rundown on the timeline, just like you're taking care of right here. Abuse, initial incoming, plant time 403, beat by the Doctors 339, Doctors go up 1-0, Doctors attack 348, and Abuse, with the time of,
can't not make it.
Yeah, 2-1, Doctors incoming. Doctors incoming. 10 minutes on the clock, can't do it. Abuse can't do it as well. 2-1 tie. Then now we've got a 2-2 situation, and Abuse really got it in charge here tonight. My timeline I've got it written down is got some holes. I just noticed.
I've noticed.
Yeah. Well, we're in game, buddy. And I'm going to pass it to you. I got to get my sounders ready and good to go here tonight.
Okay.
The important factor here is that the game is tied, and we are live, and the Doctors and Abuse. It ain't a 3-0 wipeout. This is a 2-2 tied ball game. Justice, who's on the Axis team? Who's on the Allies? All you.
All right, Axis team is the Doctors. They are attacking allies, of course. The Abuse team by method of elimination. Now, stuck in first-person mode, looks like the Doctor's attacking up top, but Citizen with a sniper rifle laying down the pain. Team and Anomaly fall to it. Cancer's a long-range Thompson. Rimshot's a long-range Thompson. But good job by the DR medic. Dr. Anomaly keeping their guys alive, getting them all res, but he goes down finally. So now it looks like Abuse is going to stop that rush as the DR team is kind of halted around that midsection near the half-track. Warwitch, the door underneath has been planted. 8 minutes, 42 seconds left on the clock, and I'm going to pass it over to you.
Continue to sync your Shoutcast with Wolf TV, TSN at pound TSN on ETG, Wolf TV, pound GTV, working side by side. Fonfon, big shout out to him. We're going to try to get a little more clarity and a little more unification between the two of these in the days to come. 8:24 on the clock. Abuse as the Allied defense here. Well, I've got a lock on Lantern. Lantern right now by the garage ladder looking down. He is geared up with Cujo looking down towards the spiral. It is the traditional Abuse defense here tonight. He sees a fallen member. Incoming Lantern tries to make the revival on Citizen. Does so. Citizen of Soldier, likely with the Mauser. Taking down Dr. Scheme, who takes it up the Rampart Allied spawn side here on the Allied defense. Scheme goes down. Lantern's nice long-range Thompson fire does it, and does it well at 7:54 on the clock. Let's get a lock on someone else. Method right here. Once again, Method in position looking down towards the spiral, but he's taking some heavy sniper fire, and this is definitely a vital thing. That sniper going to try to move the defense of Abuse out so the Doctors can get in free and clear. Doctor's incoming now. Doctor's going to try to get inside. Doctor's trying to do it. Trying to get up that spiral. Got a lot of machine gun fire going down. Cujo taken down from behind by Method. Just as Cujo was about to unleash with a Panzerfaust, he is taken down by Method in a TK, and that is a critical mistake here tonight for the Abuse roster. Uh-oh, that's trouble. Justice, all you.
Well, Lantern is the lone Abuse man left alive. Luckily for him, no Doctors were able to get up to the tower as Citizen laying down the pain with the sniper rifle. However, now Lantern making revival, so the Abuse team now has 4 guys surrounding the base of the tower, including Citizen up on the tower. Incoming airstrike by the DR team goes nowhere, and DR Scheme quickly taken out by Rimshot Thompson. However, more DR in the garage, up the spawn ladder. Wise Guy trying to shoot. He takes out Citizen. He is successful. He's at the spawn ladder. He's now meleeing with someone across the way. I can't see who it is because I'm stuck in first person, but Warwitch, I'm going to pass the action over to you, bud.
Well, I'm going to try to get a lock here on Cujo. I'm going to see if I can't get a lock on this Panzerfaust kill. There's Cujo. Got a lock on him now, taking heavy fire from behind. Unloads the Panzer, taking no one down. Pistol now in hand. Method on his right-hand side, backing up the spiral. Cujo now grenade in hand. Cujo grenade in hand. Pineapple waiting for time to throw. Taken down, a little TK, and then revived right there. That means he can unleash the Panzerfaust yet again. Very nice play right there. Abuse defense. Understand the game, and of course they do. Cujo now, still grenade in hand, waiting to reload the Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust now on the shoulder, looking down, looking down, looking down. No sign of the Doctors. Let's take a look now for the Doctors. Dr. Wom now sniping long range. Dr. Wise Guy across the tarmac. Wise Guy opens fire, long range Panzer. Finds no target right there by the Abuse defensive side. And let's get a lock here on Dr. George. Dr. George sniping. And now Lantern yet again with the Thompson over here by the Allied garage. Things have slowed down. I'm going to try to get back into ghost mode, and I'm going to hand it to you. 5:44.
Alright, well, Dr. Wise Guy, the Panzerfaust at the spawn ladder. Like you said, 5:40, he misfires again. Second time he's come up blank with the Panzerfaust. Looks like the DR team is trying to pull out some new tricks out of that bag, trying to give the Abuse team something else to worry about, but so far has been unsuccessful. The main difference is that they're attacking that Allied spawn ladder, but not really with that much success as Lantern takes down Y, and Scheme is taken out by Method. Dr. George, I'm stuck. Dr. George is up in the sniper perch, adjoining the Allied spawn, where Citizen has wreaked so much havoc from thus far in the match. He's now moving up the spawn ladder. George getting the drop on Citizen, but he is mown down by Lantern. Lantern revives Citizen. Abuse in complete control around the base of the tower. The only weakness I see right now is that no one is actually watching the spiral, although Cujo is close by, waiting to unleash with that Panzerfaust. He knows not to wait too long this time. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for the DR team to get something done. And I'm going to pass the action over to you.
Well, what we've seen, the abuse team, they've really been able to slow the doctors down, and this has worked against the favor of the doctors. Abuse are beginning to adapt to the doctors, what the doctors are doing. The doctors really need to change it up. Abuse, not very good with the change-up. Doctor, Wom, long-range kill to Method, really focusing his attentions on Method. Method is the machine gun griefer that has taken on the Spiral with the Thompson. Cujo's Panzerfaust opens fire! There goes two members of the doctors taken out in a hail of flame and death. Nice kill from Cujo, two-man, Toozy's kill, definitely what he's looking for. When you unleash the Panzerfaust, you always want to at least take two guys down. You don't want to waste a Panzer on just one man. Go for the 2, the 3, the 4, or hell, go for all 6. And if you can do that, you're definitely going to get mentioned here tonight on the Team Sportscast Network. Abuse, very strong allied defense, 3, 4, 2 is the clock time right now, and I don't see much from the doctors. What are the doctors doing, and what do they need to change? The doctors are struggling, Justin.
Well, Warwitch, the DR team, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to go for the double-pronged attack. They've gotten a couple guys up the spawn ladder, and they're attacking in sync with the guys up the spiral. So they had trying to attack from both sides and try to get Abuse caught in that crossfire. But Cujo just laying the smackdown on the spiral side just allows the other 4 members of the Abuse team with Thompsons just to clear out that spawn ladder, because that's just a long, open runway for the Doctor's team to run down, and anyone planted down, Rush, what are you yelling at me? Okay, Warwitch, you just jumped me with this message going too. I'm going to pass the action over to you, but there seems to be a little bit of incoming at the spawn ladder. Back to you, but...
Well, the rush is clearly over. Just as I mentioned...
I missed it. I was talking through the entire time.
We had a 3-man doctor's rush that is shut down by the combined efforts of Method griefing that stairwell with his machine gun right there. He's a medic, making the revivals on Cujo. Cujo, the soldier that really has been laying down the haphazard hurt, sometimes mediocre, sometimes devastating. Like you said, Cujo is the difference between life or death here for the Abuse team. He's really going to have to make each Panzerfaust kill count as he lays the herd down towards the spiral. For the doctors to thrive here, they're going to have to take Cujo out to get inside. The time is now 2:16. It is a 2-2 ball game with the doctors versus Abuse. Cal invite final. MP Assault is the game. Here comes the incoming airstrike. The Abuse team running from the airstrike as it goes off around the tower. Airstrike now. Here come the doctors. Doctor Scheme goes down to Method. Method now in charge. Method reloads. Doctor Scheme down. Look at all those kills right there. Abuse come out on top. One kill after another. Here's the rundown. Method taking out Scheme. Cujo taking down George. Rimshot taking down Anomaly. Rimshot taking down Wise Guy. Lantern blown away. Gusto. Right there clearly. Abuse is out fragging the doctors, and this is what is working in their favor at 1-for-1 on the clock. Can Abuse hold off the doctors for another 10 minutes? Justice, it's about to happen. Oh,
well, the DR team is going to have one good push remaining here. They have a minute to get a plant on the tower, but as Rimshot and Lantern just with the long-range Thompson fire not letting them even get down into the garage, the Abuse team has set up a nice perimeter, shooting down over to the tarmac, forcing the DR team to take the underground route, and there's just no hope for DR right now as Citizen just on top of all of the Thompson fire. Citizen with the sniper rifle getting the job done there too. Now it looks like we do have the first tower painted by the Axis team. So we're seeing some artillery strikes. 57 seconds left on the clock. A couple of DRs wandering up that ladder, but not able to do anything as Rimshot was getting 2 kills with that Thompson Warwitch. 48 seconds left on the clock. I'm going to pass it over to you.
It is the battle of the East and West Coast. The Abuse team clearly the undefeated champions of the West Coast. The East Coast a little bit of a harder division. Doctors come out. 36 seconds. The countdown is on. We're going to give the 30-second warning here. And 31 seconds ain't gonna happen. Rimshot, Thompson taking out Scheme. George going down to Rimshot, and Citizen sniper rifle taking down Scheme yet again. It is over. Doctors can't do it, and now Abuse has a chance. Justice, here is the chance they need to surprise everybody. And they've got 10 minutes on the clock to get themselves a plant and to walk away a 3-2 victory. The Doctors are now on the ropes, coming into a defensive posture with a 5-second countdown. Doctor Scheme down by Method. Method really the man to watch in first-person mode when you're watching the Abuse team. And that's it. The clock is now set to 10 minutes, and the Doctors begin to struggle against the abusive defense here tonight. www.tsncentral.com. Justice, I'm Air Warwitch. Justice, give us a rundown on the stats.
All right, looking at the stats, the worst offensive performance we've seen by the DR team thus far. only a meager 31% efficiency. They got killed twice as many times as they died, or as they killed. Oh, it makes no sense. They got killed 64 times. They only killed 29 times. So twice the number of deaths compared to their kills. That's what I was trying to say originally. The one shining star of the DR team, Dr. Wombat, had 11 kills and 5 deaths. No one else on the DR team had more than 5 kills, Warwitch. Wise Guy getting only 2 kills. They're just, you know, they just need to get those guns pointed in the right direction. Now, looking at the team, everyone over 10 except for Method, but Method's still above 50% with 5 kills and 4 deaths, doing a good in the medic department. No real standout this round for the Abuse team. They're all just top-notch aim, and really it showed as they were able to hold the entire 10 minutes. We are now live, 9:55 on the clock. The Abuse team attacking, they have the entire 10 minutes to get a plant, and if they can do so, to win the championship. Warwitch, take us away.
Well, let's get it going on right here. Keep in mind, this is history in the making. It does not get more exciting than this. You better all grab your friends for one. It could be the final round. 6-on-6 tonight as Abuse incoming with a full time on the clock. 9-3-1. Set that time with GTV incoming. Major support fire now locked in the first person mode. Dr. Gusto into the breach right here. Oh, trying to shut it down as the Allied defense. Are the Doctors going to be aggressive? We're going to find out at 9:20. Takes a nice snipe. Citizen is on fire. The guy does not miss. He's got the eye of a hawk. Qancer also laying down the sniper fire, and the Doctors here in a position, Justice, that they are not accustomed to. They are being out-fragged. The Doctors may be thrown off by this fact that the Abuse team might have a better aim, and the Doctors, unable to cope with this, are beginning to struggle. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think going into this match, everyone says DR has better aim, DR has better one-on-one skills, better melee skills, but Abuse has the superior strats. Tonight, I can't say that's been more wrong. Abuse has just brought the strategy and the aim. Both of these two teams actually have comparable strategies. I think both of these two teams are doing a good job at adjusting, at playing the game they want to play, sticking with their tempos, and doing a good job at grouping. Obviously, two experienced teams, you'd expect nothing less than that. The real surprise, however, is just Abuse's dominance, especially in the soldier category. Citizen Sniper Rifle and Cujo's Panzer are just too much for the DR team to deal with. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left on the clock. DR getting just mowed down by Citizen Sniper Rifle. Luckily for them, he can't finish off the body, so they're easily medicized, revived, whatever you want to call it. Looks like DR George popping down into the basement, trying to grief. One is there, so he heads back up the ladder. Warwitch, I'm going to pass the action over to you.
Well, I'm going to lock it down right here with Dr. Gusto. He's a medic, and he's playing that position, griefing, as you like. Good word, by the way, I like that word. Griefing the spiral stairwell that leads upwards towards the comm tower. Dr. Gusto making the revivals of his teammates as well. Not the only medic up here on the hillocks themselves. Dr. Wise Guy just to his right-hand side, also a medic. Now they've got it locked down, little grenades in hand. They've got the ammo packs in which to grab. 7:26 on the clock. And, yeah. Okay. Dr. Gusto still locked down here tonight. Here's a little 6-on-6 fun. Reinforced time, not gonna mention that. 7:13 remains on the clock. We got a dynamite plant in the warehouse entrance. Again, the Doctors now Allied defense. Gotta hold off Abuse for 7:07. If they can't do that, then Justice, Abuse is going to walk away as victors. If they can hold them off, we're going on to a new round and a new ball game of a tied score of 2-2 here tonight. 6:56 on the clock, all you.
6:55 left on the clock. I can't hear you, so I assume Buddy Phone just burped for a second, Warwitch. It looks like 6 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock. Abuse has all the time in the world, but they don't want to wait. They want to keep that momentum. They want to keep doing what they've been doing in the past 3 rounds, because that's their key to victory. Cujo with the support fire, taking out George. Scheme is taken out. Wise Guy's taken out, but Gusto and Wom doing their own damage as Lantern, Qancer, and Method go down, and Rush is stopped. No, it is not.
We have a situation.
Has several guys around the base of tower. Warwitch, take it away.
We've got a situation as Rimshot. Oh, Rimshot taken down right there. Oh, the doctors come out fragging in that scenario right there. Lantern goes down. Rimshot taken down by Gusto. Method by Anomaly. Cancer down by Dr. Womp's sniper rifle. But abuse is all over that tower. We got a major situation. Only one doctor remaining. This could be the situation that we're looking for. Let me get back into ghost mode. Here come the doctors rushing across the tarmac. They know they're in trouble. Abuse Cujo locking it down. He's a lieutenant. We've got the medic revivals being made. No engineers inside looking for the green light. Abuse has got control of the comm tower, but they need themselves an engineer. Here comes the doctors. Doctors coming forward, but nice kills from Abuse. Shut down 3 of the incoming of the doctors, and that is a vital play right there at 5:36 on the clock. Justice, I can lock on Dr. Wise Guy, desperately trying to take out the enemy. Takes down Cujo, reloads his weapon, moves to the back side of the tower, takes heavy machine gun fire, opens fire. Engineer action going on, and Justice pick up the action, buddy.
The engineers laying down the double plant on the communication tower. We have a plant, 5 minutes, 15 seconds left. Dr. Wombat saying, good game. It's not done yet as Dr. Gusto and his compatriots are in position to defuse. If they can get to that tower, they do have time.
Double plant is made in 5 minutes. It is the moment that you've been waiting for. Could it happen? Can the doctors be toppled? 5-5-4, 4-5-2. The countdown is on. Double plant. Take it home. And it is, ladies and gentlemen, grenades. It's over. It is over. The Axis win. The doctors lose. Abuse victorious 3-2 tonight. Who saw it coming? The doctors are toppled tonight. Wow.
Everyone just lost a lot of money on that excess reality betting, because if you looked at those polls, buddy, the people were rallying for the DR. They thought DR was going to win, and they've been proved wrong. Abuse, the superior team tonight in all categories. Amazing play by the Abuse team. Kudos to them. They are the champions and the undisputed #1 team in RTCW.
Justice and I are going to be back to talk about it at the post-game show here tonight. We're going to catch our breath. Abuse victory over the Doctors 3-2, the undisputed champions of all of RTCW. Wow.